So Ashish has a quick question, sir.
यस आशीष, हाँ बोलिए।
सर आपने जो अभी जो वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का एग्जांपल दिया था, जो अपने प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व किए थे सर, वी लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स वी गेट दिस वेयर दे से दैट द ऑल disputes are subject to a particular city's jurisdiction only. So is that
नॉट ऑडिबल। हेलो,
sir, hello?
आ रहा है, ठीक करो
एक
आशीष।
second sir, it's showing green on my. Yes sir.
I am not able to hear you because my phone is in order.
So I can
Mansi,
hear
can you-
Ashish properly.
Let me know whether your phone is not proper or my cell phone is not proper.
So I can hear Ashish properly.
You can hear him. मेरे को you can't hear me ना?
I can hear you also, sir.
Now? हाँ आशीष बोलिए, जल्दी बोलिए।
Sir, sir, can you hear me now?
हाँ बताइए।
Sir,
Yes.
the contract problem that we were looking at, many times we get when we are buying something, we get something saying that the any dispute is subject to a particular city's jurisdiction only. So are they waiving our legal rights, and is that allowed, sir?
That kind of a contract is only when there are two courts having jurisdiction, concurrent, Bombay and Calcutta. Bombay and Delhi court having jurisdiction in a case of a contract. Hello?
Okay, sir. So they are treating it. Yeah. So they are treating it as a contract.
Agree to one of the court, but in case the court has no jurisdiction, like a landlord and tenants matter suit in the small causes court, you cannot landlord and tenant cannot enter into an agreement that will go to city civil court or Bombay High Court.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Do you
sir.
understand?
Thank you, sir.
Only in cases of suits falling 20, 19 and 20 you can enter into a contract, but not
Yes,
in
sir.
respect under section 16, 16, 17, 18 के अंदर नहीं, because these are suits which are required to be filed in a particular court where the property is situated. Okay.
Got it, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now we are now dealing with the other question paper, Mansi, April 2015.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why my little voice is conked out. 1 minute. Mansi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now clear. Now please take the next question paper, April 2015. What is meant by cost of the suit? Please see section 35. 35 में देख लिया हमने. We don't be reading it now. We all know that. Then when is the suit abated? This we know under order 22 rule 9. When the heirs are not brought on record within 90 days as within the prescribed period, the suit abates. Order 22 rule 9 में क्या लिखा हुआ है? Then what is the provision for serving summons where defendant reside outside India? Order 5 rule 25. Please note that. See, specific question is asked. Where what is the provision for serving summons where the defendant reside outside India? For example, I gave you Bangladesh में पाकिस्तान में रहेगा, तो order 5 rule 25 वहाँ पे specifically लिखा गया है, the summons should be sent to the court in Bangladesh and Pakistan, to any court in Pakistan or Bangladesh other than High Court who will summon. उसका provision भी है, order 26 भी check करो आप. Okay? Yeah. Then see what is a letter of request. ये तो सीखे हमने. A letter of request, section 77. In the cases of instead of issuing summons, the commission, the court issues a letter of request to a foreign country for examination of a witness who is outside India. कल ही पढ़े हमने. Then when receiver appointed to court, that we know, order 40, before or after execution under order 40, and then under 94, supplemental powers when just and proper to the court. Then under section 51D in execution proceeding. So there are three modes. Then what is a pleading? What is pleading of the suit? pleadings are defined under Order 6, Rule 1. Pleadings mean plaint or written statement. Order 6, Rule 1 padhiya. Then what is the effect of retirement of next friend or a minor of a suit? Please see Order 32, Rule 8. When the next friend of a minor retires, the court the court will direct another person to be joined, or he can be ordered by the court to deposit the cost and security which has been given, or make an application to appoint another person who does not have adverse interest against it. Order 32, Rule 8 check kar lijiye. Then what is the stay of the suit? Section 10 padhe humne. Okay, stay of the suit. Then what is the effect of limitation on minority? That is Section 6 of the Limitation Act. When a person is a minor, his right to sue is suspended till he attains majority. Under the Indian Majority Act, when he completes the age of 18, he can file the suit. So the period of limitation is kept in suspension. That is adjourned sine die. It is not wiped out. It is kept in abeyance. Now, Section 6 check kar lijiye, Limitation Act. Then notes on any 4. Interpleader suit, wo padhe humne, Section 88 and Section 38 and Order 35. We won't repeat it. Then reference, review and revision, again it is repeated. Section 113, 114 and 115. I won't repeat it again. Then suit by or against minors or persons of unsound mind, Order 32. Please, jurisdiction and the type. Kali padhe humne, the territorial jurisdiction, subject matter jurisdiction, inherent jurisdiction, isn't it? Exclusive jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction, original jurisdiction. ऐसा पढ़े आपने, remember this types. Section 9 की commentary check कर लो आप इसके अंदर, and see a good dictionary. If you have got legal dictionary, preferably black, and if you do not have a dictionary, go in Google and type it. What do you mean in law by this particular section jurisdiction? वो दिया, Google में भी लिखा गया है. Google gives you all the answer. Google dictionary. Then property not liable to be attached in execution, that we have seen Section 6 proviso to Section 60. Kali padhe humne, I won't repeat again. Then property, then writ of summons and service, Order 5. Order 5, Section 26 and 27. वो देख लो आप. अभी question repeat हुआ है. Then number 3, solve solve with reason and relevant provision of CPC. Number 1. A question say, Mr. A has filed a summary suit against B on the basis of a dishonor of check for ₹1 lakh. A serves upon B a writ of summons together with a copy of the plate on 13 March 2015. Within what time B is required to enter the appearance either in person or a pleader? That is within 10 days. Order 37, Rule 3. Okay? Order 37, Rule 3, 10 days ke andar. Then what are the consequences if not filing appearance within special days? If appearance is not filed within 10 days, as per 37.3, then under Order 37, Rule 3, subclause 6, clause 6, the plaintiff shall be entitled to judgment forthwith. A decree will be passed against the judgment of the defendant. There will be no trial here. If the leave is not obtained, if the appearance is not within 10 days, the defendant will face music. He will face the consequences, and plaintiff will be entitled to judgment. Item number B. C files a suit against D for recovery of money in respect of goods sold and delivered to him. D files written statement and also sets up a counterclaim against C for if defective goods sold and delivered to him and the loss suffered by him on the account. Suit is dismissed for default. Can D proceed with the counterclaim? Yes. Yes, if the suit of the plaintiff is dismissed, counterclaim can proceed. That is, please check Order 8, Rule 6D. Order 8, Rule 6D के हिसाब से counterclaim is a independent suit, distinct suit. A dismissal of the earlier suit has no meaning. Counterclaim can sustain. Then item number 2. If C fails to pay in reply to the counterclaim of D, whether D is entitled to judgment and decree against C in relation to counterclaim made against him. C. Yes, if he doesn't file the written statement, reply within the time prescribed, the court can pass a decree against him under Order 8, Rule 10. Please check karo. Under Order 8, Rule 10, if if no written statement is filed to counterclaim or in normal course, the court can pass a decree. Order 8, Rule 10. Okay. Then next, item number C, question. Mr. E is a tradesman in Mumbai. F carries on business in Delhi. F makes a promissory note in Calcutta, payable in demand. It's a repeated question. Please, section 20 of the Code of Civil Procedure, suit can be filed in a place where the defendant resides or where the cause of action. If the defendant is not residing, partly some cause of action arose, then leave of the court to be taken. Section 20 is the answer. Please see the illustration ABC to section 20. Okay. Then write essay type detailed answer to any 4. This is 48 marks. You have to give a lengthy answer. Now, provision relating to framing of issue and judgment on issues. That is order 14. You have to write order 14 ke andar the court deals with the framing of the issues, isn't it? The issues of frame, issues of law and issues of fact, isn't it? What are the material the court sees and takes into consideration? Order 14 check karo uske andar, and court will see not only the plain and written statement and all allegations made by the party on oath, on oath will be considered for framing issues. Then allegation made in the pleading, plain and written statement, and also interrogatories, interrogatories are under order 11. That also will be considered. Then court will also take into consideration the documents produced by the parties. Under order 11 Rule 13, you have to file the affidavit of the documents. Also in the plain under order 11, under order 7 Rule 14, there are document exhibited. To the written statement under order 8 Rule 1A, documents are exhibited. Those will be taken into consideration. Similarly, under order 14 Rule 4, court can examine witnesses as well as investigate the documents which are not produced by the parties. The court may call upon the parties. Certain documents are important. For example, you are alleging forfeiture of the head lease. Head lease is not produced. A and B enter into a contract of lease. A is a lessee, B is a tenant. Then he is only having sublease and not the head lease. Head lessee may be corporation, or maybe some Mr. XYZ, or maybe the port trust. So the court may say that whether the breaches of the head lease is committed or not, head lease is important, produce it here. So under order 14 Rule 4, court can examine witnesses, call for documents which are not produced before framing issues. Itna lamba answer dejiye aap. Otherwise you won't get more marks, because there are 12 marks. Please answer. Then court can also under order 14 Rule 4 power to amend and strike out issues. Issues can be amended at any stage, even before passing of the judgment. Even if a judgment, even after arguments are closed, the matter judgment has given court. Before the passing of a decree, you can make application to the court. My lord has been pleased to frame this issue is required to be framed, which through oversight has not been framed. Suppose parties have dead and gone, the new parties come on record. New issues are required to be framed. After amendment, you taken up a plea of adverse possession. You are not framed that issue. That you can tell the court in the above matter, arguments have been advanced, the matter is kept for decree, passing of a decree or judgment. My lord may kindly frame the issue and decide it. So these are the power of the court. Order 14 se lekar, order 14 Rule 1 se lekar, Rule 7 is very important. Please go through this very carefully. Then next question is a provision relating to written statement, set off and counterclaim. So that is, we have gone through under order 8. Under order 8 ke andar, written statement is to be required to be filed under order 8 Rule 1 within 30 days. Then 60 days and 90 days, which is that period which is given by the court. Then you can file under order 8 Rule 6 set off, and order 8 Rule 6A counterclaim. The rules are counterclaim and set off are given order 6 Rule A, B, C, D, E, F tak diya gaya hai. Then Rule 10 tak, order 8 Rule 10, your answer must be complete here. Then next is a issue of commissions and its type. That we have learned now, section 75 ke andar and order 26, how the court issues various summons. So I won't be repeating it here again. Then acquisition of a right by a prescription of creation of ownership right. So this is section 25 of the Limitation Act. When you enjoyed a right of way, light and air for more than 20 years, a person acquires the right of prescription, isn't it? That is section 25. Then the creation of ownership by adverse possession, if a suit is not filed by the real owner, action is not taken within the period of limitation allowed under the Limitation Act. Section 27 says that all rights of the real owner stands extinguished. Then the person in occupation becomes entitled to adverse possession under Article 65 of the Limitation Act, which is 12 years from the date of denial of his title. Okay, that is, please remember section 25 and Article 65. Then next question is summary suit. That is abhi padhe humne order 37, rule 1, 2, and 3, 4. Order 37 clearly go through, please. There are under order 37, how many rules are there? I'll just tell you that here. Order 37, rule 1 to rule to 7. ये बराबर check कर लीजिए आप. Under order 1, the suit is filed. Rule 2, then sub rule 2 के अंदर appearance is filed within 10 days. Sub rule 3 के अंदर, when appearance is not filed, sub rule 4 says that that is he can defend the suit, the court may grant leave. Then under form number 4 in appendix के अंदर, summons for judgment is filed, placing on record along with the affidavit that he does not have a defense. He has filed the appearance only to delay the proceeding, and if he doesn't if he doesn't cause appearance, a decree can be passed against him forthwith. Then when the court accepts his appearance and contention of the defendant, there are triable issues, then the defendant is granted liberty to file written statement on certain terms and conditions, deposit of money, full money or half money to be invested. Then the suit will not remain as a summary suit. It will be a regular civil suit. It will be tried under order 37, rule 7. The procedure to be followed is in the ordinary manner. Okay? It ceases to be, once a defendant is allowed, granted leave by the court and allowed to file written statement, summary suit loses its character. It becomes a normal suit. Now, please see order 37, rule 7 very well. Yeah, this is over now. Anybody has any question before I take to December 2014? Quickly ask any question, please.
So in execution of decrees, which is the last part, order 21, they'll write.
Yeah, execution of a decree question hai kya iske andar? Ek minute.
Yes, sir. Last part.
Decree, yeah, your answer will be order 21 and section 37 से लेकर 76. Okay? है ना? Section 36 भी है ना आपके पास, पढ़े हैं ना आपने? We have read also. Execution of decree starts with from section 36 onwards. 36 से लेकर 36, you know that various provisions are there. You have to since it's a lengthy question, please write properly. 36 execution application definition. 38 mean the court which passed the decree. Then 39 transferee court. Then the transferee court has the same power. Then transfer to another state, section 40. Then result of the execution certificate to be given. Power of the court which has been transferred, section 42. Mean the transferee court has same powers. Then under 43, the execution of a decree in a clause where the CPC does not extend, that is 43. Then 44 also revenue courts to which CPC does not apply, how the decrees are executed. 44A, foreign judgments under section 13 and 14, and that is a district court has power to execute foreign decrees. Judgment, a decree passed by foreign court, judgment London, America under the New York Convention, Paris Convention, whatever. Those decrees are brought to Bombay under section 44A. The decrees are executed. Please note that you also learned under order 21, rule 22 may be CK. Court to issue notice in respect of decrees to be executed under 44A case of say. Then the execution of decree outside India, section 45. Please note that. Then precepts, section 46, where attachment of the judgment debtor's property in a court other than the executing court, a transferee court. Then section 47, all questions will be determined by the executing court by application and not by suit. Then, okay, these are the important provision. Then when the judgment debtor dies, his heirs are to be brought under section 50. And the extent of share to be attached is under section 52. Power of the execution court, section 51. Oh, padhe humne. Okay. Then suit for partition cases mein what procedure? Section 54. Arrest and detention, section 55. Padhe humne. Then prohibition from arrest of a rearrest cannot be done, section 56. Detention and release, section 58. 59 may release on the ground of illness. Then attachment, section 60, and proviso, properties which cannot be attached. Then section 61 tells you that section 61 कहता है आपको then partial exemption from agricultural produce. State government will tell you when to. Section 62 seizure of the property of dwelling houses. When property can be no person, it cannot be. When a person is an agricultural farmist and a servant, their properties cannot be attached. Then section 63 property attached in execution of decree of several courts. Various decrees are passed. Then private alienation is barred. Section 64 we attend. Section 65 purchaser's title comes into play from the date of the agreement of sale and not from the date of the purchase. Section 65 तक remember दिया. Okay. Then order 21 से लेकर rule 106 we have gone through, that you must go through. Okay. Anybody quickly any question before I take the last question paper? Last question paper is December 2014. Anybody wants to ask me any question? Quickly please पूछ लीजिए, नहीं तो मैं आगे बढ़ रहा हूँ. Now December 2014 Mansi. What is the judgment? Judgment is section 29. अभी आपने पढ़ा, आपने section 2 में हमने पढ़े what is a judgment आपने पढ़े. For your benefit, once again repeat, judgment mean statement given by the mean the statements given by the judge on the grounds of the decree or order. So the judge has to give reason, whatever reasons given. Section 2 subclause 9. Okay, 29. Then who are authorized to appear in a civil court on behalf of the parties? That is order 3 rule 1 to 6. Who are the authorized person? Recognized agents and pleaders. Mean power of attorney holders can appear, party in person can appear, or the lawyers can appear, pleaders. Order 3 rule 6. So the lawyers and recognized agents are authorized to even receive the summons on their behalf. Please go through order 3 rule 6, very clear. Then how summon is served on the defendant who is confined in prison. A person who is in jail, order 5 खोल लीजिए आप. Person who is in jail, how is he? How writ of summons are served upon him. It is very important provision. Yeah, order 5. Order 5. Mansi, can you lay your hand on the jail person? Summons officer of the company. This has skipped my attention. Services. Then order 5, substituted service. Immovable property. Person in jail, check kare. A jailer must be informed. Service is done upon the jailer. Jailer को inform करते हो. A person is jail, he is unable to attend and appear. Service of the defendant. Practical, carries on business, or defendant family member refuses to service. Endorsement given 19. See, examination of the serving officer allowed here. Sub-service. The relevant provision in jailers is, I'm just giving you, sir. Yeah, 24. Order 5, rule 24. Service on defendant in prison. When the defendant is confined in prison, someone shall be delivered, sent by post or to a courier, as may be prescribed by the High Court message, or by electronic messages, by means or by rules of the High Court upon the prison for service upon the defendant. Okay. Now the amended CPC says that here you can adopt the various modes. Order 5, rule 26. Formerly it was a jailer. Now there is no need to have a jailer. You can send the writ of summons by post, by service, and the High Courts are prescribing rules. And one of the rules says that here, High Court rules, summons can be served upon the jailer. Okay. Then see, please, what is pleading? That is order 6, rule 1, plaint or written statement. Then what is rejection of a plaint? Order 7, rule 11. Rule 11, clause number A to F. I won't be dealing it again. What is meant by interrogatories? That you know, order 11 के अंदर interrogatories पढ़े हमने. Interrogatories mean a set of questions drawn up for the purpose of being propounded to the party witness for a party to who should be examined. As it's a discovery device, a procedure asking the other party to answer certain questions. No, order 11 में पढ़े आपने, the discovery by inspection, the discovery in more or less questions, and in interrogative question, you are asking questions in cross examination, which can also be ultimately used in the trial. This can also be required to be seen by the court while framing issues under order 14, rule 3. So please read order 11 carefully for that reason. Then what is meant by next friend of the minor? That is order 32 padhe humne. Then what is an execution of a decree? वो तो पढ़े हमने. Execution mean of a decree. It's a legal procedure for enforcing the judgment and decree of the court. That procedure is laid down in the provisions of order 21, and we also read the procedure under section 51 A to F, the procedure and the modes of execution. Okay. Then also from section 36 to 65. Then what is a non-joinder of a party to suit? Non-joinder is dealt under order 1, rule 9. Necessary party, parties who are necessary parties who are proper parties. A necessary party must be joined, otherwise suit will be dismissed. Proper party may be joined, may not be joined. समझे ना आप? If only one landlord is filing a suit, if there are 5 landlords, one landlord can file a suit against a tenant. Non-joinder of all the necessary partners, it is only, they are not necessary parties. They are not, the non-joinder is not bad. It is not mandatory. But whereas in respect of a suit against trustees, you must join all the trustees. Otherwise, suit is bad. And in respect of a suit against partnership firm, you need not join the partners. Firm is sufficiently can represent. So order 1, rule 9 check kar lijiye aap. What are the materials on which issues are framed? Right now I discussed with you order 14, rule 3 and 4. Materials mean material required by the court for framing issues, the affidavits, the interrogatories, the pleadings, plain written statement, examination of parties, and all other documents which were not produced. The court may say that bring those documents. Order 14, rule 3 and rule 4. Next, short notes, please.
10 minutes are remaining.
Yeah, I'll be finishing it. Short note, set off and counterclaim. Abhi padhe humne. Order 6, order 8, rule 6 and 6A. Then effect of acknowledgement, that is section 18 of the Limitation Act. Appointment of a receiver, right now we read it. Order 40, section 94 and section 51(8)(d) of the year. Jurisdiction of the court abhi padhe humne. Various type of jurisdiction. Foreign judgment padhe humne. Section 13 and 14. Suits in a representative capacity, order 1, rule 8 and section 91 and 92 CPC. Then problem. A and B both reside in Mumbai in the same building. A has made an agreement of sale. This is like a formally same question repeated. This question was asked last time also in November 2016. Here, in respect of a suit for a immovable property where a person entered into purchasing in Pune, a party residing in Bombay, suit for specific performance. When a breach takes place, suit should be filed for recovery of the property in Pune court, that is section 16(1)(d), because the property is situated in Mumbai. So the parties residing in Bombay, they cannot file in Mumbai because the property is Pune, section 16(1)(d). Okay, answer is clause B. C has taken a loan of 1,50,000 from D against the promissory note expiring on 1st October 2001. C gives to the writing signed by him in a stamp paper before expiry of the limitation that the acknowledgement loan. So if the acknowledgement is given before the expiry, time is extended. If the acknowledgement is given after expiration, the suit is barred. Please note that. So again, this is a repeated question. Section 18 is your answer. So on the judgment of the Supreme Court, I gave you in the case of Sampuran Singh versus Niranjan Kaur. Oh, please dekh lijiye. AIR 99 Supreme Court, page number 1047. Remember this for section of 18. It is only limitation is extended only for the when the suit is filed before the expiration. When the writing is given before expiration, a writing given subsequently after expiration, zero value. So this is over now today. Now anybody asks any question, please ask me. So today this is the topic now concluded. Sorry. Any question, please ask me. So far. So Friday will be our concluding lectures. I am not going to take any lecture. Please, you don't require because more or less all questions are repeated. Friday will be the last final inning. So today ask me any question. We don't require to repeat lectures. The examiners are asking same, ghiso pitao, back to square one, taking somersault, asking the same question. You don't have to bother. Just go through four. Ashish.
So can we have like one lecture or two lectures on how CPC is connected to CRPC?
Is it necessary? CRPC the teacher is teaching you properly.
Yes, sir. But I'm just saying that the connection between the two subjects.
Both are procedural laws. That's the procedure. CRPC is a procedural law dealing with criminal code. High court, sessions court, judicial magistrate, first class, second class, executive
Yes, sir, but
magistrate.
are there instances where from CPC?
You frame the question, I'll answer on Friday. You frame the question, I'll answer.
Okay,
there is no need to have a lecture for that. Okay?
Sir.
You frame the questions and tell me by Friday, I will tell you. Now today you ask me questions, I can ask you. I can also answer. You can also ask me question in CRPC on any subject I can answer. Okay, today's paper, have you understood? Any problem, please ask me.
Sir, on Friday, what topics will be covering?
Today I will take question papers on April 2013, November 2012, then May 2012. खत्म. 3 क्वेश्चन पेपर है मेरे पास. ये तीनों कवर करता हूं and I will cover certain provision in CPC where the CPC is not applicable to Article 226 and Article 136 of the Constitution. And one couple of judgments I'll give you under section 47 and 146. How the CPC applicable. That is winding up. Friday ke din last lecture, please. And anybody has any question, even for connecting CPC and CRPC, please do ask me. And advance mein share bhi kar lo mere question. I will read them. If judgment I have to look out, I can look out judgment and give it to you.
Sir, sir, I have a doubt.
जी kya boliye?
So I have a doubt with respect to Order 21 of CPC.
Boliye.
Komal here. So with respect to Order 21, Rule 1 and 2, can we use this? Can the provisions also be applicable to the Arbitration Act? While
CPC,
executing an award,
not bound to follow CPC, but if there is no provision in the Arbitration Act, CPC will be applicable. CPC can be used. There is no bar. There is no bar.
For execution of an award, not enforcement of an award, for execution of an award, can we use the provisions of CPC? Can we, apply to the court?
The Arbitration Act, you can come in the CPC. There is a Supreme Court judgment there. The civil courts execution can be resorted to. Even in the income tax procedure that year, they invoke the provisions of Order 21. When you see the attack before by the income tax officer, they invoke CPC. CPC is invoked, whichever act does not have a proper mechanism. Even you can execute the decree of a consumer court in the civil court, in the Bombay High Court, City Civil Court, Small Cause Court, depending on valuation. We have executed, we have filed. An award passed in Delhi in arbitration, we can execute in Bombay. Please note that.
All right, sir.
The comprehensive provision, wherever the other acts, if they do not provide a mechanism, CPC is applicable. Similarly, under the Arbitration Act, said that here they are not bound to follow arbitration and the Evidence Act. But under section 24 of the Arbitration Conciliation Act, the arbitrator sends the matter to the court. He seeks the opinion for recording evidence. Now you please see the section 24 के अंदर है इसके अंदर. There is no bar as
All
such.
right.
Arbitral
All
awards
right.
can also be executed. I am myself executed in Bombay High Court. An award passed by arbitrator under section 3031 by Delhi in a case in arbitration from Delhi. Even you can do, there is no bar. Because the Arbitration Act mechanism. बोलिए और कुछ है?
All right. Thank you, sir.
Any other question? Anybody? So there are 3 question papers only, OJS you have given me now. I will cover April 2013 Mansi and November 2012 and yeah, दो हैं और एक question paper is finally, I'm sorry, is November 2013. These 3 question paper के बाद then I will cover certain 2-3 provisions of the CPC, section 112, 146 वो लूंगा मैं, where the CPC, why CPC is not applicable to provision under Article 226 and Article 136, because they have the separate rules in that regard. Couple of judgment. और कुछ पूछना है? How much time is left out, Mansi, now?
Sir, 2 minutes.
OJ? 2 minutes. Please take advantage of the 2 minutes. Ask me any question. Nobody has any question? I am happy all of you understood the lecture.
Thank you, sir.
No question means no doubts. Is everything is clear because we have given you a cogent answer, reading the question papers and providing you the answers along with the judgment of the Supreme Court. Okay, nothing to worry. Just repeat the 3-4 question and read your Bail Act. Remember, you can remember it. The best thing to remember is get up in the early morning. Early morning 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock पढ़िए. मेरा एक pencil pen रखिए, आप लिखिए. See, in my school days, I always used to get up in the morning, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. Write it down and remember it. Or in the night, if you have read the question papers or anything, and in the morning उठ के revise करने का. रात में पढ़ेंगे तो मतलब your brain is more active in the early morning. 4 o'clock से लेकर till 8 o'clock, your brain is very, very active. So try and avoid reading in the night. If you cannot help it, you can read it. But रात में पढ़ेंगे तो आप सुबह में उठ के revise कर लीजिए आप. Just cursorily देख लेना. Just if you morning you go through and in the early morning fresh everything comes to your mind. See, if I am in a position to remember the Bail Act in section, and you can easily remember. Why not? Everybody, we all have a similar type of a brain. Nobody has special brain, and nobody is less inferior or inferior to anybody. We all are equal, nothing to worry. We have just work hard. In a profession of law, nothing succeeds but hard work. Just because you are a son of a intelligent man, Supreme Court judge, you won't succeed unless you work hard. Remember, hard work pays you dividends. Similarly, as a student, if you just section remembering is a very easy task now, because you open your net पे मारेंगे तो आप section मिल जाता है आपको. In your, this is more easier. आप अपना mobile phone में रखिए, मार दीजिए आप. Bail Act रखो आप very. If you read only commentary, you will be confused. I am not preventing you read a commentary, read Jabwala also, but keep a Bail Act with you along. Bail Act gives you sections and illustration and tackles the problem. So in a commentary or in a guide which you may be having, may be useful to you, the Bail Acts will not be there. Please note that. So my humble request to all of you, please keep a Bail Act and read it, and the judgments which I have given, and keep watching my notes on the YouTube, the lectures for revision.